Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, and I just want to start off by saying I'm so sorry for the massive break in between videos. That was not really intentional. I knew I would take a little bit of a break, just because I was moving house again. It's only been 4 months and here I am moving again. But yeah, I ended up moving, I think 2 weeks ago. So pretty much the first video I missed, I was so close to getting that video out. I think I did end up putting that video out a little bit later. But yeah, I've pretty much had 2 weeks off, which I'm not entirely happy about. I really, really am kind of mad that I missed all that time, but I also kind of needed that time off. Um, Now, a lot of people would be like, you just moved house. Of course you need a break. Like, 2 weeks. Yeah, you've been unpacked. We were pretty much unpacked straight away. Like, it was not an issue about being unpacked. In fact, we got our keys on a Saturday, and the removalist came on a Monday, and it's like my office stuff, the computers and whatnot, that was set up by Monday afternoon. My bed wasn't set up until weeks later, not weeks later, days later, sorry. Um, I think it was like the Thursday or the Friday that it finally got set up because I lost the bolts for it. Um, but you know, it's all together now. But yeah, a lot of the stuff I already had was already packed and put away, and I never had it out to begin with. So packing, I didn't even need to really take time off. Um, but yeah, with uni and unpacking part of the house, like part like the kitchen and things like that, definitely needed to be unpacked. I did take a bit of a break, and then I had a lot of stuff with uni. I had a speech due, and a quiz due on the same day. And the same day that they were all due, the power went out, and I possibly broke my toe. I probably just hurt it. I don't think I broke it. Um, but yeah, there was a lot that went on that particular day. So that was Thursday last week, I think. Pretty sure it was. So yeah, I still have swelling and bruises on my foot, but I can now walk normally. Probably shouldn't, and I probably shouldn't wear shoes either, but I have been doing that, because I had to go back to the other house to clean it up. Um, there was like tree not branches. It's like I think it's like a fir tree or something, and all of the little branchy leafy things fell all over the ground, and so I had to scoop them all up and put them back into the garden because they were everywhere. And yeah, I just had a lot of like lawn maintenance and tree trimming and all that sort of stuff to get done. Thankfully there was lots of people to help, and so I just had one thing, like one little job, and I ended up getting help with it because of that. But yeah, the long story I've been telling here basically is that I've been prioritizing my health and my uni, and unpacking the house and making sure the animals feel comfortable and safe. So it's been a bit of a journey, and I'm glad that we are towards the end of it now. Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to when I fully have functioning toe again because I tried running yesterday up the stairs. I was streaming and I got raided, and I knew I'd get raided when I was downstairs getting some water. And so, yeah, I ran all the way back up, and I probably just undid all of the healing that it's been doing over the last couple of days. But we're just going to pretend that didn't happen. No, but I have been resting and relaxing and taking care of myself. But we are back. I know this video is actually even going to be a little bit late today, just because of how long it's going to take to render and upload and all that sort of stuff. But let me tell you, this build here is nowhere near done at all, not even in the slightest, because I spent, so what you guys are seeing in this video right now is just over 5 hours, I believe, and it is just the outside, and when I can't even think of English, when I also streamed this for about 4 hours, and we only just got cracking on the inside because I got really frustrated with the outside and gave up and walked away. So this is probably going to be a multi-part video, which I don't normally like doing, but here we are. So yes, I do have a lot to go on this build. And like I said before, I was streaming it, so if you would like to see the final product, I guess, so if you want to see me building it and kind of come along for the ride, absolutely check out my Twitch. I'm getting back into streaming. I've got a new stream set up. I'm actually, today after this recording, going to be having a look at making my streams better, updating my I can't even think of the words, like the overlays and all that sort of stuff, adding some fun little commands and just making it a bit more fun, because at the moment it's not a huge fan of my current overlays. So I think there's going to be a lot of things happening, and I'm very excited for that. And I've finally found my passion again, because I will be real, I lost a lot of the inspiration I had for this game. I just wanted to do nothing, and that's what I did. So that's another reason why it took me a little bit longer to come back to it. But I am back, and I am having actually so much fun with this build. So in case you can't tell, it does use CC. I have fallen down the rabbit hole. However, I have builds that I want to do that I have made sure that are not going to be CC. Or if they do use CC, they're going to have very, very minimal CC. So, you know, if you were to download it, you would still be able to use most of the build. And I even want to try and do some base game builds, because I have not done that in a very long time. I think I've only ever done 2. And I've had this channel since 2021, I think. I don't know, it's been a while. I've had this channel for a very long time, and I think I've only done 2 base game builds, which is not great. But I think what I'm going to do is find out all the packs that have been going for free and do builds based off of those, like just including those ones, and see what I can do with that. And then some base game ones, and some maybe just like one base game in one pack type builds. And see how that goes. Because I don't just want to be a CC creator. I know some people out there are, and they're amazing, and it's beautiful, but I do not want to be a CC only creator. I just think it would be so much more fun if I did things very, very differently each and every time. So yeah, I did mention this in a previous video, couldn't tell you which one because it's been way too long. But I have a list of videos ideas, like build ideas, and they're just so weird and wacky and different. I actually have the list here on me, so you know, I've got some things like, oh, maybe I'll do like a rustic farm, or I'll do like a Barbie themed something. I've got a bunch of Barbie themed things I want to do, but I don't want to do them all at once. Maybe like a $1 million mansion, or you know, things inspired by TV shows and movies. Like I did the cozy cones from Cars recently, and I really, really enjoyed doing that. But then I have just random ideas, and I'm very keen to get these things done, to actually do them, because I don't know, I just feel if I try a bit of everything, I'll find what I really, really enjoy, and then I can kind of do that for a while. And then when I get bored of that, I can go do something else and then always come back to this thing that I think I'm good at. But I haven't found my spot yet, I guess. I haven't found what my go-to building style is. So I'm really, really hoping to do that. But I kind of like that I'm not tied down to one building style. I think it is something that, while some people who do it really well, and I'm so jealous, and like in a good way. I don't want to say like I'm jealous because I want to be like these people, but I'm jealous in a way that's like admiring them. Um, but I also like the fact that I can do all these fun, random, different things. I really like that I don't have to just do one thing and be stuck with it. Um, and while I think it's like some people doing, you know, mystical fairy villages and doing it every time so differently but so beautifully every time, like, you go, girl, I'll never stop you. I'll never be like, well, you should have variety. No, absolutely do what you are good at because there's a reason why you're good at it, and I am in love with what you do. I just think personally, I wouldn't want to be stuck to one thing. I think if I did castles all the time, or, you know, like these fairy villages, or whimsical magical cottages, or whatever, these are things that I currently cannot do. And I'm kind of scared. Like, I've done some of these things, and I'm going to do some more of them in the future, but I can't make them the way that these people make them. And so I enjoy just making them on a smaller level and then coming back and making them at the like at different times with different styles, and it's really, really, I don't know, encouraging for me to not have to worry about trying to make things perfect. Whereas, yeah, the people who do them regularly, they have a natural born talent for it, and I would not want to take that away. I would not want the natural born talent to be put somewhere else where it's not useful, because, yeah, like I said, it's absolutely amazing what these people do. And they are my inspiration for when I feel brave enough to approach it. But anyway, that's basically a long rambly way of saying I've got a lot of different fun things I want to do, and they're not all going to be the same. I'm not just going to be doing CC builds, but I'm definitely going to be doing builds with CC every once in a while. I think my next few videos are probably just going to be this one build because it's so huge, but I think I'm going to try to do some smaller videos with CC so that they don't take up so much time. I don't think I have the time to do stop motions. I would really love to throw some stop motions in, but I feel like I'm gonna just have to cut things out of videos in the future. So I think I will try and make this a 3-part series at max. And the third part will probably be a tour as well, so it will be yeah, 3 parts and a tour instead of yeah, like having half done builds. And yeah, like what you see now in the build, it's pretty much just this. There's a lot more to it that I did do in the stream, but I haven't quite finished this one yet, and it's going to take a while. So long story short, I would like to put all of this stuff that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. I'm so exhausted and my head's all over the place. What I would like to do is stream these videos and be as fun and detailed and weird and whatever I want. And then in the future, I might actually just turn these videos into like small parts so that there's only like you only see parts of it, because I want to do these really detailed builds, but I don't want to miss out on the like I want to stream them, but it's difficult to stream them and also share it as a YouTube video. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that and how I want to do it, because this bit here is all off stream. This is before I even streamed. So I was just doing this in my own time, listening to my own thing, and I could do it at the speed I liked. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do it. Do I want to take it down to 1 video a week and do stop motions? Do I want to do more? Do I want to do less? Like what is it that I actually want to do? And so you might see some changes in the future in terms of like what I do, how I build, how I share videos, shorts and things like that, because I really don't know what I want to do. I think it would be fun to be able to kind of do both, still videos and do videos and also stream. But if I want to do one, it kind of makes it a little difficult to do the other, because trying to edit out all the breaks and stream and whatnot, I mean, it's more time constraints on my part. I absolutely could do these things. So it's a lot of things I just have to think about and try and find the time for, and it might mean dropping down to 1 video a week. And I just don't know if that is something I want to do. So yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. I definitely feel like I enjoy streaming and that's not something I quite want to give up on, but if you have a way of, you know, helping me figure out how to keep it all together, how to be able to stream and do YouTube without having these problems, I'd love to hear it. I'm considering moving and changing where I stream from, because there's a way I can actually have all these things pre-cut out. And I don't have to cut them out myself. I really don't know. So yeah, long story short, if you know any of these things and you know how to make them work, please let me know down below, because I would love to be able to do both. And I'm really trying to wrap my head around this schedule that I've got going, and it even includes being able to read textbooks for uni, which I'm not gonna lie, I rarely do. I'm terrible with reading my schedules for doing my readings for uni. I'm not even gonna lie, I am horrendous at it. I rarely do it, but this schedule allows me to do it for one of the classes that I really need to do it for, because most of my exams are based off of, well, my quizzes and exams are based off of the textbook. So, long story short, I'm trying to stick to the schedule, but it may mean cutting down to 1 video a week, and if that means better quality builds, I don't think that's a terrible idea, but I would love to get your feedback. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what I was doing with the wall just then, but cool. I would like to say though, this build, yeah, it is still ongoing, so if you are listening to this within, I would say, a couple of days of it being released, if you head over to my Twitch, you could probably still see this particular build being done. If you would like to see other builds that I do, I'm getting back into streaming. I streamed for the first time yesterday, and I will be doing it again maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow for you guys, which is also tomorrow for me, because I'm recording this the day it's supposed to go live. I may be doing it tomorrow, I may not be, I may be pushing that off till later, because my normal schedule is that I will stream one day, the next day I'll do a video, the day after that I will release a short or a reel on Instagram. I do it both. And then I'll do stream, video, short. And then I have Friday off. So if this video is basically, if you see a video, I stream the day before my videos go live. But I might be upping my schedule to 3 days a week, maybe. I cannot guarantee that. It is a big fat maybe, just because, the next semester at uni might be super busy, and I might have to cut back down to 2 times a week. I might even have to cut to 1. I don't know. So my schedule at the moment is all up in the air, but I'm gonna try to be more productive with my time because I am a massive time waster. And that is because I have so much time to waste. I find that when I have more time to waste, I procrastinate more, but when I have less time, I get more done. So the goal is going to be to try and procrastinate less and to do more. And hopefully I do that because I have so many things I want to get done and I just don't because I procrastinate and get mad at myself for doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that front. But yeah, it does feel good to be back. It does feel good to be finished with moving. And I actually have a little break this week. That's why I'm getting a lot of things done as much as I can to try and get ahead. I would like to try and get ahead in building because before I moved, I was ahead. I was ahead by, I think, 1 video. And I really don't like the fact that I'm not ahead anymore. I think what I'm going to do is try and do some builds and videos behind the scenes in advance. So that when it gets time to be busy at uni again, I can just go and do that stuff and not have to worry because I know I'm going to worry in the future. Yeah, other than that, I've kind of run out of things to say, which is quite usual for me. I get to a point in my videos and I have no idea what I want to say. Yeah. If you do check out my streaming, and you want to hang out there, which I would absolutely love and appreciate because I get to actually communicate with you guys in real time. And that just makes me feel warm inside because like I'm talking to, not that you guys aren't real people, but it feels a lot more real because you're there and I'm speaking to you in the moment. But yeah, I've got a lot of things. Like I said earlier, I want to fix up some of my overlays and things like that. But I want to add some fun little commands and yeah, I'm very keen for that. So if you interested, definitely head over there. It is free to follow. So on YouTube, subscribing is free, but you can then become a channel member. I think. I don't know. I've never done that before, and I'm not really sure how that works. But on Twitch, it's free to follow, but to subscribe, it costs money. But I don't have subscriptions. That's not a thing for me. I just have followers, which I just want to hang out with people. That's what I really want. I get a lot of happiness and satisfaction about hanging out with you guys and chatting and having fun. And it is a little overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. Like normally I have 2 or 3 people and we just chat and have fun and it's really, really cozy and nice. But last stream I think I had about 10 people at one point, and that was a little overwhelming because that's like a small classroom of people. And yeah, that okay. That's something I'm still getting used to. I don't really have conversations with tens of people, 10 people at a time. It's normally a small amount. And normally when you have a group like that, you tend to break off and have smaller conversations. So to have 10 people chatting, I mean, a lot of people are lurkers, which means they don't necessarily chat. They just sit there and listen and watch, which I totally respect because I'm a hardcore lurker. But to even have like a handful of people chatting at the same time, it can get a little overwhelming. And so I'm trying to manage that because I am not a social person, believe it or not. Um, I'm not like one to be hanging out in big groups and chatting and hanging out like that. I much prefer smaller groups and on my own, but streaming's a little different because I guess there's the protection behind the screen where I can sit back here and chat and um not be I don't feel the eyes on me. Yes, people are watching me, but I don't feel it. It's a lot more comforting. And I've made some pretty good friends over on Twitch. Some really amazing builders. Yeah, absolutely amazing builders. And I feel like there'd be too many of them to name here, but absolutely check out. If I've done a challenge of someone, they probably stream and they are included because I get very nervous to enter streams. Well, not streams. I mean, yes, streams, but enter challenges, room builds, and things like that. Because I don't know, it feels a little overwhelming. But if I've entered a challenge of someone, I probably have hung out in their stream a lot and made friends with them. And some of these people, I miss some of them, all of them, every single streamer I've ever hung out with has just been super awesome, super cozy, super fun. And I've met a lot of Aussies who stream, which is great because a lot of the people who I know, like who I watch, who play Sims, tend to be American. And I like to see other cultures. Um I found I believe a South African woman who's I don't think she streams, but she makes Sims content and she's really good. So yeah, I just like to find new people, and the best bit is like when I first joined, I found this one person, and I'll be real, I don't even know how I got from Instagram to their Twitch, but I did. And then I found another person through them, and then I found another person through them, and then from these people, it's just like finding more and more and more and more people, and it's this beautiful little community that we're all being connected, and um, it's really, really cool. And you don't have to be a streamer to hang out on Twitch. You can just come and watch us. And I'm sure you'll find some pretty cool, amazing people who you'll really like because I definitely have. And I spend more time on Twitch than I do YouTube or Sims. Because these people are just really, really fun to hang out with. And I think we all should hang out with them because they are some pretty cool people. But yeah, that's pretty much it all on the Twitch front. I probably should talk about this build because I haven't actually really done that much. I've told you it's a CC build, but beyond that, so this is a boarding house based off of one that I found in the UK. It is, I believe, one in London, and I am going to make it an all boys school. Um, like a boarding house. So this is where they all live. And one of my friends who I met on Twitch, Fresh Pick, he convinced me that I should add a basement, and so I did. So now you don't, unfortunately, you don't see it here, but there is a basement, and we were working on the kitchen, and it is one of my favorite places I've ever worked on. And it's really helping me build confidence in my builds. And I think this is going to help me be a better builder just in, like, in general. Not necessarily because of my skills, but I think because the content looks better. Like, CC looks way better than not CC, so being able to work on it, and yeah, just like adding a bunch of stuff to it, it's been really, really cool to do that. And I guess it gives me a little bit more confidence in my building skills because then I can be like, well, maybe I don't use this piece of CC, maybe I use these like actual EA stuff, and I use it to create these things that that makes it look better. So yeah, I'm still making like heaps of mistakes and things that look silly and gross and weird and whatever, but it's really helping me get an idea of how things work and helping me not be so limited in what I do. So yeah, I don't know, if you enjoy this sort of stuff and you want to see it live, like I said before, check out Twitch. It is linked down below, I forgot to say that. I've now linked it in my description down below because yeah, I don't know. I'm personally lazy, and if someone's like, yeah, go check out my Twitch, and then they don't link it, I'm not gonna check it out. I'm lazy. But I did. I have linked it, and if you want to, you absolutely can go check it out. Also, do not worry about how stupid these towers look at the moment. I do change them. I do get rid of most of the, I don't even know what these pieces are, the weird side pieces that are being added here. Because I hate it. I absolutely hate how it looks, so I get rid of a bunch of it and it looks so much better. It looks slightly weird, but it looks so much better once I remove a bunch of it. And yeah, we've still got so much more to do, and I'm so thankful that this is an English-based build, because then I don't have to worry as much about the lawns. Like, lawns can actually be lawns instead of being these super detailed grassy areas. Super detailed gardens, sorry. So yeah, that is something that I do. But we have not done anything else. So I haven't done like interior really. So that's definitely something I'm going to be working on for a bit. And like I said, I'll be doing it over on Twitch probably tomorrow. And definitely later in the week as well, because this build's going to take me forever. I've spent 9 hours on it and it's nowhere near finished. I'm not finished the outside at all. I'm not finished the kitchen at all. Like, it's mostly done, but there's still so much work to do on it. So yeah, if you want to see any of that, make sure to go to Twitch. I've said that a million times. I'm not going to mention it again. I probably am. Knowing me, I'm probably going to mention it again. But yeah, I'm very, very keen for what the future holds. And I feel like I say that every couple of months. So like, I start playing and then I sort of lose focus, or I get unmotivated or anything like that, and then I kind of start to feel less excited, and then I find something and I'm like, oh, I could do that, and it helps rebuild that excitement. So like when I first started sharing all my builds, and then, you know, getting all these new packs and being able to build all these new styles and ways, it was really exciting. And then building, apologies if you could hear that motorbike in the background, I'm a lot closer to a road than in the last place. But yeah, like trying to up level there, and then, you know, doing a couple of builds that really helped me get out of that creative rut, and then starting to stream and all these other things. Like, it just really, every few months I do this thing and it helps me get better, and I really think CC is the next step. Like I said, I'm not going to be just doing CC. I will be having a look at other no, that's not what I said. I said I was going to be also looking at base game builds and builds that don't involve CC, because I think I can absolutely scam some stuff out of what we have in the game to make it look way better. So that is the goal, is to, yeah, basically up level myself within the vanilla game and then have lots of fun with CC. I feel like I'm probably going to do about half my builds with CC. I might get a bit bored with it and do some stuff without, but I reckon it'll play a decently significant role in the future. Yeah, just be prepared for that. I will figure out how to put in all of the CC that I've used. Apparently there's a way where I can do that, where I don't have to figure it out myself. I just upload it somewhere and it does it for me. And I still have to figure that out. I haven't actually investigated that yet, nor have I finished this build. So yeah, it's also been suggested I start a Patreon to upload these builds, but I don't know why I would do that. Look, I don't know how any of this works, so if you do know, please let me know. Like, don't get me wrong, if you share stuff to Patreon, I'm not judging you. I just don't know why I would do it. Because can't I just share it to the gallery? I don't know. I don't know anything about anything, so if you do know better, and you're like, hey, there's this reason why, it's because a reason, I don't know, then yeah, absolutely let me know down below, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep going, well, I don't know why it does that, and then it doesn't make any sense. Even though there's probably a perfectly logical reason as to why that suggestion was made. And I'm not like the person who suggested it, I'm not saying they're silly or anything like that. I don't understand why. And I would love to understand a little bit better. But anyway, we are fastly approaching the end of the video. There is still a very long way to go in this build, but as you can see, I've already spent a lot of time just doing these very simple things. And I'm probably going to cut out a lot of things, so if you want to see these things being done, I said I wouldn't mention it, here I am mentioning it again. If you want to see them being done, I suggest you head over to Twitch, because I think I'm just unfortunately going to be cutting out a lot of things in my videos until I can figure out how to compile it all better. And I'm kind of really sad because I don't want to get rid of that stuff, but I really just feel like I think it's the best option. But anyway, thank you for making it through the video, making it to this part. I'm, again, so sorry that I missed the last 2 weeks, but I really needed the break. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video, which will be part 2 to this, which hopefully by the time we get to that, I'll be close to finishing this build, which I probably won't, but that's a later me problem. But I will be finishing this build no matter how big it is, and even though it keeps getting bigger, but there will also be a matching build to this later down the line. But anyway, that's a different story. Yeah, if you enjoyed this build, definitely let me know down below. I should still be posting twice a week. I will let you know if the schedule changes. And I'm very keen and excited to get back doing these videos and these recordings. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.